slipping now. Don't catch you slipping now. Look what I'm whipping now.
Our ancestors died for our right to vote on March 7, 1965, in the protest that was later known as Bloody Sunday. From Selma, Alabama to the capital of Montgomery, 525 African Americans were supposed to march 54 miles, but the heavily armed state troopers had attacked the nonviolent protesters, killing 14 and injuring more than 15.
Martin Luther King Jr. and other religious leaders had fled to Selma, and after another failed attempt, Martin Luther King Jr. led a peaceful protest from Selma to Montgomery. The Congress responded to these events by enacting the Voting Rights Act of 1965. Out of the 15 and more injured, many did not receive the proper care or treatment.
In 2010, the American College of Physicians put out an article about the disparity of healthcare between minorities and non-minorities, where it clearly says that non-minorities get better care than minorities. We must fight for equality in the healthcare system, stand up for the Tuskegee Airmen that had no choice. Even now in 2020, with the global pandemic, African Americans and Indigenous people make up the highest death tolls of people killed by COVID-19.
This is why you need to vote to see change in your communities for the better.
We need to continue to fight for the freedoms our ancestors have fought for, to ensure that the future generations enjoy the rights promised to them in the Constitution.
Let your voice be heard. Vote to help the change.
Vote because my ancestors died for your right to vote.
Vote because Bloody Sunday matters.
Vote because my education matters.
Vote because my choice matters.
Vote because they can't. Their voices have forever been silent. Their killers walk away free because the laws of this land did not hold them accountable. Vote. Vote in your national elections. Vote in your state elections. Vote in your local elections. Vote. Vote so these laws can change and so that we too can have equal justice. Say it loud with your vote. Black Lives Matter.
First thing first, you know back in middle school when they taught us, it was 3 branches of the government. We forgot it when we got older. It's the judicial, the legislative, and executive. But all we know is the executive. That's the mayor or the governor and the president. Now none of them 3 people make no laws, they just be checking them. The laws come to their desk and all they do is say no or yes to it. So when the news station tried to tell us that Barack Obama couldn't put us on, we was all salty at Obama when it was the Congress members all along. We gotta focus on the legislative branch, yeah, they the ones that make the laws. Yeah, they the ones write how much food stamp money you get on the card. But when people that wanted to help us wanted the job, I know they probably lost. Cause we ain't even know their name, we ain't know their face, we ain't know it all. So the Congress or the State House, that's legislative, they make laws. So what we want from the president is what they do, okay y'all? See, they election every 2 years, but we don't ever even go to those. The Congress, they can raise minimum wage, but we ain't even really know it though. So you know how back in 08, when we all voted for Obama, we was all supposed to go back in 2010 and vote for the Congress. Cause they the ones make child support laws, they the ones choose if your kids at school get to eat steak or corn dogs. The State House make the court costs. So if the country failed, then you can't say it's them, it's your fault. Cause y'all ain't know to vote for Congress members that was for y'all. And they don't gotta leave after 4 years, and we just let them sit. See, they don't wanna tell you this, they want you to focus on the president. Now the third branch is the judicial, that's judges. They the reason why John Crawford and Trayvon ain't had justice. So when Meek Mill got locked up just for popping willies, we blame the judge and not the city when they let her get voted in. Cause they ain't know who to vote against. Imagine life on the other side. Roads better, schools better, everybody get their license back. Grocery store food better, custody of your kids back. Homeless people get new shelters. If we gon' fix the U.S., we gotta start with them 2 letters, me and you. Somebody told us that the government wanna keep us broke, but the only reason why those people in the government is cause we ain't vote. And I ain't talking about the president, I'm talking about the ones we ain't know. See, they was gonna try to keep it low, but it's gonna hurt them when they see the pros.
Every time you stay home, someone is making a decision about you, making decisions about the air you breathe, the water you drink, the food your kids eat, and how much money you bring home every 2 weeks. So every time you sit out an election, every time you don't show up because you think it doesn't matter, someone else is happy that you didn't show up, so they can make that decision for you. Vote.
For so long, the needs of the Black community have been overlooked by politicians because we did not fully and consistently exercise our right to vote. That stops now. Our community needs all of us to show up, and it starts with you. Are you registered to vote? If not, do it today, and then show up and vote for our lives. Show up and vote for our choices. Show up and vote for our education. Show up and vote for our ancestors. Show up and vote for our future. Make the needs and interests of our community visible by casting your vote in each and every election, national, state, and local, so that we are seen, heard, and valued. Show up and vote because your vote matters.